Hello, am I audible? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
So we are going to wait for 4 minutes and then we will start our session.
Okay, ma'am.
So, good evening, everyone. I'm a trainer for generative AI. So today's session will be on based on totally on how generative AI works and what is generative AI. Let me share the PPT. Just wait for a few minutes. I hope it's visible to everyone, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, can anyone tell me what you think when I talk about generative AI or when I tell you about generative AI? What is the first thing that comes in your mind? Anyone?
ChatGPT, Sora,
Okay. Anything else?
large language models and image models.
Yeah. So, basically, when you talk about generative AI, we give like if I define a generative AI, then an AI that creates new content like text, image, music, and more. Okay, so we can tell like that. Yeah. So we can tell one thing that generative. That means to generate something, to generate a text or an image or an like video, anything. Okay. And AI means artificial intelligence. Can anyone tell me what is artificial intelligence? Anyone?
It is neural networks, right now.
Yeah, neural network, but just define in a simpler way. What is an artificial intelligence? Anyone?
Artificial intelligence is something which is encoded or which you don't tell how to do, but what to do, and it figures out how to do it, right, ma'am?
Yeah. So basically, what we have is human intelligence, and what we do to like what we assign to a machine is an artificial intelligence. So here you can see some use cases of generative artificial intelligence, or you can say generative AI. First is generation of data for algorithmic training. So it generates like we can't say new data, but based on the training that we have done for AI, it generates data according to it. Then we can say dubbing, film dubbing, or we can say quality resolution, restoration of old medias. Like we have a few AI that we can say we push a blurred object, a blurred image, and we get a refined and more defined object, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that can be done by AI. And one more thing, AI is now currently at a top demand because of we can diagnose health issues and we can generate health reports using AI. So let's come to what is generative AI. So generative AI refers to creating new content such as text, image, or music. Okay, this generative AI is based on machine learning techniques that understand patterns of existing data, like the data we gave it to train, right? And it generates output regarding that. So this technology is very transforming in various fields, including we can say study, we can say health, we can say entertainment, and we can say technologies, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So how generative AI works? Generative AI works in using different, we can say, methods. One is GAN, one is VAE, and one is diffusion models. Can anyone tell me any idea about GAN?
It has
GAN?
generator and discriminator,
Yeah,
right, ma'am?
right. So it contains two networks. One is generator, one is discriminator. So they both compete with each other to improve generated content. Okay, when it comes to VAE, which is variational autoencoder, it encodes data into a lower dimensional space and reconstruct it. Okay, like it converted data into low space and then it deconstruct it. Okay, so when we say if like suppose I'm making a house from matchstick. Okay, I I don't like the house. Then I break it, break it into smaller parts. Then again I try to reconstruct it to make it better. So variational autoencoders do such kind of things. Okay, so let's talk about training methodology, how generative AI learns from data set and adjust weights and improve over time. Okay, so uh, when we push a data in an AI, what it does, it basically analyze the data over and over time. Okay, so for an example, if I want to learn English language, I will be given a book to learn English language, and I would learn this many times. I will read the book many times so that I get used to that book, and I can generate information as human mind generate information from a data. Similarly, generative AI generate informations from the data we provide. Okay, I hope it's clear, Tilia.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this process involves training a generator to produce content and a discriminator to evaluate it. So generator basically what it does, it generate. For an example, I give a photo of a dog. Okay, so it will see that photo, analyze it, and it will try to generate similar type of photo. Then what discriminator will do? Discriminator will see if that photo is real or not. Then it will tell to the generator, this photo is not real. I can identify that this photo is not real. So according to that, generator again tries to generate a new photo. Okay, so basically it tries to generate real photos until the photo can't be discriminated by a discriminator. Okay, I hope it's clear to hear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Can anyone tell me what are the applications of generative AI other than what I have written in the PPT? Let's take an
ChatGPT.
example of, yeah, one of the things is ChatGPT. So basically, what ChatGPT can do, the ChatGPT is mainly used for text generation. Now we can use for image generation also, but it's not that clear. Okay, deepfake can be used for image and video generation. So when we come to applications of generative AI, it is basically uh, all over the technology side, internet. Like it can generate art, it can generate music. We can we see all the ads of different AI that can auto generate our tone, our voice, and create music out of it. We use generative AI to write an essay, or we can say we use generative AI to code also, right? Can anyone tell me any example of generative AI? You will any AI that is used for coding?
Copilot.
GitHub
Yeah,
Copilot.
yeah. GitHub Copilot is one of them. So when we talk about GitHub Copilot, what it basically does? Anyone?
It is trained on previously coded repositories.
Yeah. So we have trained it, right? We have pushed datas, certain datas which are only based on code. Can GitHub Copilot generate text? Anyone?
Not anything other than comments, I think.
Yeah. So basically, it can only generate commands, right? But when it comes to ChatGPT, can it generate text and commands like codes?
Yes,
Yeah. When we talk about ChatGPT doing code, it come like there are a lot of errors. But when we do the same thing on Claude, it it provide less error than ChatGPT, right? So each GPTs, or we can say each generative AI, have its own functionalities. Like deepfake is used for video and image. When it comes to our ChatGPT, it basically trained on text. And when it comes to GitHub Copilot, it is trained on code, right? I hope it's clear to here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, can anyone tell me how machine learning improves business? Any idea about it?
they predict trends.
Yeah, one of the right answer. Other than that, anyone?
There are agents now which can automate simpler tasks.
Yeah. So basically, we use machine learning models to analyze if the business we are doing is profitable or not. Right. We can see different kinds of pretend models. Also, we can see different kind of projects made for businesses such as we can say world revenue generation. That is one business. Box office is one business. Anyone else? Any idea about the project based on machine learning models that helps in business?
Recommendation engines.
Sorry.
Recommendation engines.
Yeah. Anything else?
Predictions.
Enhances marketing and sales.
Okay. What else? Any other idea? Okay, so it helps in stock price, right? Like there are many projects on stock price prediction. So stock price is one of the thing related to business, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now let's go to benefit of generative AI. So, how generative AI is useful?
Ma'am, the slides are not changing.
Sorry, it's not changing.
No, ma'am.
Okay, just a minute. Just a minute.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
it's changing.
Yeah, just a minute. Is it visible right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So, what are the benefit of generative AI? First is scalability. AI can generate content at a unpredictable scale. Like we can generate a lot of amount of data and lots of tasks using AI, right? Can anyone tell
Yes,
me
ma'am.
what is the mechanism used for generating like these all datas? Any idea? Or I will tell. Like it's a bit advanced, but I will tell.
No, ma'am, no idea.
Have anyone heard about tokenization?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So with the help of tokenization, it generates different tasks, right? In further classes, I will teach what is tokenization and all. Okay. The next
Yes,
benefit is creative augmentation. What does creative augmentation means? An AI can assist human creativity rather than replacing it. Like we always talk about, will AI replace our jobs? Will AI do this? Will AI do that? But it's basically our fundamental, our idea. So it can assist human creativity rather than replacing it. It can help us to create new things, to give a creative idea to us, other than replacing our part in the job scenarios. Okay, next is
yes,
efficiency. So it what efficiency means? It automates a repetitive content creation tasks. Like we for now, if I add in ChatGPT, write an essay on my home, so it will give. No, I want something in 250 words. Then it will give different answer. If you add more specification, it will generate and then again generate, right? So this is what efficiency means. Then next comes to personalization. AI generated can like recommendations can be according to individual users. For an example, if you just talk with ChatGPT or if you talk with any kind of, we can say, any kind of AI, generative AI, what it will do, it will train on your data. Okay, it will train on the real time data you are providing to them, and it will check whether this data is present in my in my backend or not. And then it will what it will do, it will provide an answer according to you, according like you will feel like it's just the same thing that I was thinking in my mind, right? So generative AI recommendation tailored to individual user. Can anyone tell me how AI powered recommendations have influenced their choices? For example, Netflix and Spotify. Have you ever thought, like, if can anyone tell me how can we see AI in Netflix and Spotify?
and we like the content we see.
Yeah. So based on the content we want to see, they will give the same content on the feed. For example, in Instagram, if I'm seeing about all the technologies videos and if I'm searching in all the technology video, what it will do? It will see that okay, this guy is interested in technologies. I will only provide the technologies on their his or her feed, right? Similarly, when it comes to Spotify, if I'm listening all the sad songs, it will show me all the sad songs. If I'm listening to any happy song, it will show me the happy song. And in Netflix also, if I'm searching for a movie continuously, then it will show that type of movie, right? And if I'm like if I want on the feed, if you see, if I'm searching comedy thrillers, or if I'm searching only thrillers, then what it will show, all the thrillers, right? And I am going to watch one movie, then two movies, then three movies, and then automatically in my feed all thriller movies will be shown, right? Have you ever noticed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So next comes to, wait a second, yeah, challenges and limitations. So, can anyone tell me how AI model have any limitations? How can it have any limitations?
Bias.
Yeah, bias. Any other?
Bias with respect to the society's norms.
Okay. So,
Errors in output sometimes.
sorry.
Errors in its output.
Yeah, it is in output. So basically, AI is dependent, right? The data we provide to an AI model, it will give the same data, right? And if you provide the data on image, will it generate the text? No, right? Yeah. So AI model require massive data set for training. Like it required big amount of data to be trained. And next is computational cost. It requires high processing power, making it inaccessible to small scale user. For an example, if I run an AI on a laptop that doesn't have any graphics, will that we can say, will that model run? No, right? Because it doesn't have the support, or we can say it doesn't have the power to process it. Like the data will be processed 10,000 times on an AI model. So how can we make it possible in a single laptop, right? It
Yes,
is inaccessible to small scale users. The next thing is quality control. AI generated content may not always be accurate or appropriate. Uh, as Julian, right? Yeah,
yes, ma'am.
yeah. As you said, that AI gives error. Why it gives error? Because it is not trained on that data more efficiently. So sometimes the content we get is not always accurate, and nor also sometimes like it's inappropriate to make that content, right? And as you said, one more point, that is bias in AI. That AI inherits bias from training data. For an example, if I give the data, if I'm making a AI on politics, right? If I give only the data of one party, it will be biased on that party, right? It will say that no,
Yes, ma'am. It will be
this
nice.
can do that. Hello,
Can you repeat, ma'am?
yeah.
Cannot hear you, ma'am.
Yeah, am I audible right now?
Yes, ma'am. Now you are audible.
Yeah, actually, I have a small problem. Yeah. What we are talking about? Bias, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if I put one data, like one kind of data, if I'm making a politics AI, like the AI based on politics, and if I put only one data in that AI on a certain party, then it will be biased. It will not tell me whether the data I'm providing to, like the question I'm asking to them, is that efficient or not, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So the main thing is the AI, there are ethical consideration around authorship and ownership of generated content. If I write I want a similar content like this of anyone, okay, then what it will do? It will sometime it will give the exact content that the writer or the author have written. So that will be a copyright, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So AI sometimes cannot be that accurate. So that these are the challenges and limitations. Can anyone tell me or show an example of AI generated misinformation? Any idea? Or any case you have faced of AI generated misinformation?
Some news around the racial
Sorry?
errors.
Again,
Some
again?
news around the racial errors when ChatGPT first came.
Yeah. So basically what I have faced when I ask anything about for an example, write on this topic, if I don't provide a certain type of information, then it will hallucinate. What an hallucination means? That it will write something on it on its own, which will be relevant to the topic, but not be relevant towards me, like what I want. Right? Have anyone faced this problem, like the hallucination problem?
No, ma'am, but heard of it.
Yeah, you can try it if you just type on chat gpt that hi, I want an essay on or an script on any topic. Then it will provide a script that will be not based on you, but that will be based on its start the data chat gpt have. Okay, you can try it. Let's go to the next part, ethical consideration. What is the meaning of ethical consideration? Anyone? So ethics mean, right, what we are totally based on what is good, what is bad. That what ethics mean. So ethical consideration, when we see like copyright and ownership, what it happens that chat gpt or any kind of ai generated content, uh, like ai generated content is not owned by someone, right? Do you know that who have written chat gpt this and that? No, right? Like who have written this content? No. So that's where the problem starts. When we ask them, write about this thing, and if the data, the chat GPT or any kind of AI have is matching with the data what we are providing, it will give the same output. And that can be a copyright and a ownership problem. The next is deepfakes and misinformation. So as I have told you before, when we talk about deepfake, it generates images and videos, right? We are facing cyberbullying. We are facing different kinds of problem in social media. We are facing fake photos, right? We are seeing fake photos of so many celebrities and so many peoples that are all generated by either deepfake or some other kind of AI. Okay, so the potential danger of AI generated uh, is can be a false content also. And next, when we talk about regulations and responsible use, we can say that anyone can use AI, right? Anyone can make any kind of videos or any kind of, we can say, content from AI. So we need to what? We need to see the guidelines and we need to see the current guidelines, and according to that, we need to work on AI ethics. So the next question I want to ask is, should AI generated content be labeled? Like the content we're getting from any AI should be labeled or not? Any two can just speak on it.
Label in what sense, ma'am?
Like the content we are getting from AI. For an example, if I'm telling that I'm writing, write me an essay on this. So should it be labeled as this essay was basically written by this? So they hold the ownership. Should it be done or not?
Yes, I think so.
Why?
Because
Okay.
the data we provide is our knowledge, right? So we are using somebody's knowledge to train the data, so we should give the rights to them.
Okay. Anyone else?
Ma'am, maybe for authentication,
Yeah,
that
but
it's been created by them.
why should we why should AI generated content be labeled? Why? I'm asking the reason why. Like one of you have said that it should be labeled, right? Because they own the ownership and all.
We need to acknowledge their effort for their
Yeah,
content.
like no one is against this, right? That
Yes,
AI. Okay, so what if I tell you that if AI is assigned as human creators, right? Like it generates art, music, and writing. What it helps is it contributes on our part. Like it contributes on the uh, we can say it contributes on our creativity, right? So if that thing is labeled, then how can we have a creative flow?
can you repeat, ma'am?
Okay, so if you have said about that AI should be labeled because of like they own the authentication and all. But when we ask an AI to just write some lines of musics, so I can add it to my music to make it more, you can say accessible or more pleasant. And if they make it labeled, can I use them? No, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, so how can that how can AI help me in any creative flow? It cannot help after that, right?
Yes, ma'am. I think it can only inspire us in the creative field.
Yeah, inspire us, but it will contain the label that we were inspired by this and that. We will
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So is it the right way?
I guess it's an ethical conundrum.
Okay. So see, there are always two approaches, right? Either it's good, either it's bad. When we when we think about a practical solution of labeling AI generated content in critical areas, we can do in critical areas such as news, education, legal, and deepfakes like images and all. So while allowing flexibility in creative and collaborative fields, right? So uh, collaborative fields like art and music and text, or we can say an essay, that if that we that is if that is not labeled, then it's very pretty good to use. But when it comes to labeling, it should be labeled in critical areas like news, education, legals, and we can say deepfakes, right? So the key is maintaining ethical AI use while for testing about innovation. Okay, I hope I'm clear
And
till here.
isn't the labeling thing already like used in ChatGPT and places? Like when they give out the output, they refer some websites and articles and they cite them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Before to that, ChatGPT did not use that particular part of source, right? But now it's using that part. So it's a good case. We can say it's a pretty good alternative we are taking. Like for an example, if you're writing a research, okay. So what it does, it gives you the research paper that were based on that particular thing, and it gives you the author name, that the main author that have written all these things, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
that part is already done on ChatGPT side. Next, come to future trends in generative AI. So when I ask about future in generative AI, what do you guys think? What generative AI can do in future?
more personalized content.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, as we are using AIs, generative AIs, we can see that we get a lot personal answer, right? Personalized answer according to generative AI. How? It trained on our ideas, ideologies, and datas, and according to that, it tries to give that answer, right?
Yes.
So in future, uh, this will increase personalization and context awareness in generated content. Okay. So the next point is the rise of AI human collaboration tools. Can anyone tell me one tool that is like we can say valid to this point? AI human collaboration tool.
Can Copilot be called
Yeah,
as
yeah. See, we are using Copilot, but at what pace? Like we need to write answer, we need to write code. Okay, it's just giving us hint that okay, after this will be done or this will be done, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we can say that basically, when we come to collaboration, right now we just have very few AI tools, but in future we may have a lot of tools, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Can anyone tell me any other points? Any other
For
points?
future trends, ma'am.
Sorry.
For future trends, you're asking.
Yeah, yeah.
The hardware is getting cheaper. The hardware is getting more advanced every day. The chip is getting more advanced, so the computation cost may be less in the future.
Okay. So, like when we talk about hardware, we can see that generative AI is basically right now present in just our mobile phones and laptops, right? So the future can be like it's present in we see all the sensors, IoT. Anyone know about what is IoT?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what basically it does, uh, like it contains all different kinds of sensor that helps in identifying anything, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we can see after certain time we can see like AI in IoT, like it will identify this problem in an manufacturing or in a hardware, and it will give all the outputs that is required to solve this kind of problems. Okay, I hope I'm clear till here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So can anyone tell me what do you think AI generated content will look in 10 years? Any other ideas other than all the 3 points I have mentioned?
It could be more like a human-like discussion or conversation.
Yeah. Anything else? Any idea? Other ideas? Okay. So we can say that uh, in 10 years or further, we can get lot of AI in health content, right? When it comes to health. For an example, you guys will be doing all the projects, right? So anyone can do analysis on mental health or analysis AI generated mental health assessment or AI generated heart disease uh, prediction, right? So in further time, we can get a lot of AIs in health, in business, and other aspects, right? So rather than replacing human creators, AI will act as a powerful assistant, or we can say co-creating stories, art, music, videos, while allowing humans to guide and refine the output, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When we say indistinguishable form of human created content, so advanced in deep learning will make AI generated content nearly impossible to differentiate between human generated one, making it authenticate and verification crucial. Like right now, we can see that yeah, AI is writing these all things. Can human write in such an advanced English? No. Many people don't know how to write in such an advanced English. Then how can AI do that? So in further time, like in the further period of time, we can see that AI writing as writing content as the user writes. Okay, it will analyze it all, that how do user is using its English, like how much level is user's English is, and it will give the content according to it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So after this, like in period of time, we can see AI will not able to generate not just text or images, but combination of multiple formats like 3D models, right? In real time, enabling new forms of storytelling and media experiences. Okay, so basically, right now AI is spreading very fast. Other than any, we can say what? Other than any other technology, AI is slowly becoming more authenticated and more generous towards all the users. I hope I'm clear till here.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's go to case study. Before that, can anyone tell me who owns ChatGPT?
OpenAI.
Yeah,
OpenAI.
right. So you guys are aware about it. So when we talk about OpenAI GPT-4, it is a AI generated text application. Let me repeat once more. It is not used for any other things, but it is only used like it was only made for AI generated text application. Okay, it is capable of writing essays, poems, and even coding scripts. Okay, it can write coding scripts, but when it comes to like the Copilot, GitHub Copilot, what it does, it gives the authenticate answers to us on the base of coding, right? It gives very less error based like very less error when we compare it with to GPT-4. Okay, so example, we can take AI generated news articles that summarize complex events. For an example, if anything happens somewhere, we can write that yeah, I want a text or I want a news generated on this things, right? I hope
Yes,
I'm clear till here. Yeah. Next is Del E AI generated image from text description. So basically, what this AI does is we provide a text or we provide a description on an image that we want. For an example, I want a white horse that have wings. So it will generate similar type of images, right? it can create realistic, or we can say artistic images based on text inputs. It is we can say, wait a second. Yeah. So text inputs. It is used in marketing, entertainment, and digital art. Can anyone tell me, do how many of you done use Instagram? Only two. Okay. 4 of you use Instagram. What about others? Okay. Okay. So, do anyone know about an AI model in Instagram?
Maybe.
Meta AI.
No, no, no. See, what I'm talking about is the future of what we are going to see. It is Makela. She have around 2.4 million followers and 1,362 posts. Okay, so basically she is an AI generated model that like you can put your hand down, no problem. Okay, so basically uh, this she is a generated model who is in virtual. Okay, she doesn't exist in real life, but she do ads. Like recently I have seen one of her ad with BMW. Okay, so think, right now we see models like Michaela doing ads who are not real in life. What would be the future then? We will see more such type of content, right? Like
Yes.
she do yoga, she go to restaurant, she buys fruits, and that is all based text based on AI. Like all the we can see things that is based on AI, right? Did
Yes.
anyone know about her?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can search her in the Instagram. Okay, so next we come into AI in music. So AI assistant composition tools. We can say AI can compose original music based on style and preference. Uh, we are getting when we talk about Instagram, we are getting lots of reel about the new songs that have come out, but in a retro version, right? That is totally based on AI. That is totally done in AI. We like recently, just before some few minutes to join the class, I have just when I was scrolling the Instagram, saw an ad, which yeah, which was talking about I want to hear Justin Bieber's song in Justin Bieber's voice in this particular song, and it have generated very similar type of like a similar song. Okay, on the in the voice of Justin Bieber. So that is what futures tend in AI in music. An example, we can take AI generated soundtracks for movies and video games, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if I show you an image of AI generated, and if I show you a realistic image that is painted, can anyone you identify which is AI generated and which is not AI generated?
Probably not, ma'am.
Yeah, basically not, because when we talk about the when we talk about GAN, we are using encoded and decoder, like encoded decoders. Uh, it's make really realistic images to differentiate about it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go to the next part. So, getting started with generative. Uh, we can see what we are going to use in AI is basically Python. We are going to code in Python. So we are going to use tools like TensorFlow and PyTorch, right? How many of you know how to code in Python? Okay. Yeah, nice. So these are widely used framework for building AI models. Like we can say beginner friendly options to write Python, or we can say write any kind of code is Runway ML and Google Colab. It allows easy experimentation. Okay, you don't need to install a lot of things. The tools are present in the Google Colab and Runway ML. Okay, so uh, you can see how the TensorFlow and PyTorch is used in YouTube tutorials. There is no need of so much, you can say, like there are lot of courses, lot of resources to learn these kind of tools. So you can check once that, and we will directly dive into our, like the next class, we will directly dive into what is generative AI, how it works and all. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we can say if anyone wants to make any kind of, you can say, like chatbot. Okay, we can create it in very fraction seconds actually, right? Like we can simply start with simple AI models that generate text or images, or that generate poetries. Like we don't need to provide a lot of data for these small projects. Okay.
Yes.
So in the next class, can anyone just would like to try to build something like generative AI? If anyone interested,
Like a chatbot.
yeah, chatbot, you can say. Yeah. So if you are interested, you can show me the work in the class of how did you make the generative AI, or how did you make the chatbot? Okay. So let's come to conclusion and future output. So let's do a recap that generative AI is transforming industry by creating text, images, music, and more. It offers great potential, but also poses ethical and practical challenges. Okay, so AI is increasing collaboration with humans rather than replacing them. Everyone asking, right? Even you might have the doubt, like, will AI just take my job away? But it's actually no. Rather than replacing humans, it is very collaborative with humans. Okay. When we come to ethical considerations, and we can say we need to encourage people to be mindful of what we are asking to AI, like the misinformations and responsible AI deployment can be very mindful towards the society, right? So
Yes.
we have talked about how is labeling a good option for AI or not, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So till here, do you guys have any kind of doubt? Any doubt?
For tomorrow, you said to try to build a chatbot.
Yeah.
We use the ChatGPT for help.
Yeah, you can use ChatGPT for help.
Okay.
Like there is no need to, you can say, just be so hurry about everything. You can use like ChatGPTs. You can use any kind of GPTs to build your first AI tool, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And see what is the irony thing is you are asking a ChatGPT, which is an AI, to build another AI, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So anyone have any other doubts?
Could you briefly tell the difference between GAN and the diffusion model? Or
Sorry,
we'll
sorry.
see it in
GAN and
GAN VAE and diffusion models. Can you differentiate or we'll see in the future classes?
Okay, I can tell you, we can say, uh, just what we can say, just a go overlook. Okay, so basically, GAN consists of two neural networks, right? A generator and a discriminator.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. When it comes to VAE, it is totally based on probabilistic models. Okay. It also consists of encoder and decoder, but both have different, we can say, different recognizations. Okay. When it, like for an example, VAE is totally, we can say, when it comes to training basis, GAN is unstable. It requires careful tuning. Okay. When it comes to VAE, it is more stable. What's the training data? Okay. When we come to quality of samples, GAN has a high quality and realistic. Okay. When it comes to VAE, it's sometimes it's blurry. Okay. When we come to different outputs, in GAN, you may suffer from like mode collapse. Sometimes when we use a chat GPT, it collapsed, right? It gives a data like generate, regenerate, and all. But when it comes to VAE, it is very diverse towards its sample. Okay, and when we tell about interpretability, it is hard to interpret latent space. Okay, you don't know about latent space. We can say, um, I will talk about latent space in future classes, so you will be easy to do. So basically, when we like GAN versus VAE is, there are very little difference. They're pretty similar, but there is a just difference between quality and training data. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Any other questions?
About diffusion, ma'am. Diffusion model.
Sorry.
About diffusion model, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry. Diffusion model, right? So, diffusion model is also, we can say, it is a next generation of generative models. Okay. So it contains types of generative model that surpasses GANs and VAE. We can say it contains high, more. It needs more work other than GAN and VAE. Okay, so it contains how a diffusion model works is it contains forward diffusion. Okay, it contains reverse diffusion. It's a bit mathematical term, so you need to learn about it a bit like in the future for the classes. Okay, so just just for an overall look, forward diffusion is done for noise addition. Okay, for adding a noise similar to encoder and decoder, and reverse diffusion is done for denoising the process. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Any other doubts? Anyone? Any other doubts? Or should I end this?
Do you know what's the timing for tomorrow's class, ma'am?
Our team will connect with you. Okay, no need to worry about it. I guess you guys know a lot of things about, we can say, the AI.